Alright, cool. Wow, that's a mess. Getting back to it. First, got a bunch of stuff that I need to bring out here. Got some more parts and some tools. And I was gonna actually paint some more of that model today, but I don't know, it's kind of cold. Might not be the best idea. Let me just set up this tripod real quick. Oh, that's still way too short. So I need to get those parts out here. I gotta turn the light on. Get the parts out here and start working. There's some catching up I got to do, partially for you guys and also partially for me. So I took the oil pan out. I got that drilled. I got the bung welded in for the head drain back. So I got to clean all that up, get the oil pan installed again. But before I do that, I got to see what's interfering because I'm hearing a click when I turn the engine over. I had some questions about the cam timings. I had a whole bunch of stuff going on. So I'm gonna go get those parts and I'll be right back. One more snack. Okay. So now I have this head drain back line. I ordered, I need to get the actual head adapter. I ordered the kit from these guys in Australia, and I'll have a link down below. But apparently the little angled fitting that they send with it is some awful like Chinese eBay thing, because the speed shop that I took this to get this line made could not get it to fit the hose. They were having nothing but problems with it, so unfortunately I had to spend more money and get another one of these. Then I also had to buy this and the bung for the oil pan from them as well. Got that welded in because I don't have a welder. If I had one, I'd do it myself. So let me show you that. So this bad boy got welded in. I need to clean this up. I'll probably just hit it with some Scotch-Brite or something. Clean it up. I'm gonna tape off the threads on the mating surface and then paint that black so it doesn't rust. Clean out the pan again. I got to take all this old sealant off. Clean out some of the debris and whatnot that is now in the pan from that process. I got some parts from Raw Brokerage. Again, I've got some tools from Amazon. I have parts from, I think I got this from Injuku. I got a Nismo magnetic oil pan plug, oil drain plug. I have a mess of the shop because I worked on my buddy's truck. I changed the tire on our lawnmower. We're cleaning up in the workshop, so there's just piles of tools everywhere. I'm not gonna have you suffer through that. So here's the state of the RB right now. When I rotated when I spun the rotating assembly around, I was getting like a click, like something was touching. I don't know if it's from so I've got the cams in and cranked down and they're not spinning with the engine because I don't have it timed up right. I'm wondering maybe I'm just like kissing a valve or something. But I wanted to see if it was something in the bottom end just to make sure before I do that. Though I could, once I get the email back from the guy from RS Enthalpy that did the tune, there's something about 20 degrees and I wanted some clarification. For those of you that don't know, I was in a motorcycle accident 2 years ago and it gave me brain damage, so I lost a whole lot of I lost a lot of memory. I lost some of the executive function of my brain, so that has caused issues with thinking and just going about my day. Then I also got a whole bunch of diagnoses at that time. Well, unfortunately for me, a huge part of all the shit that's gone is everything I learned in college. So I went to UTI and I came out of here flying. I knew quite a bit. I wasn't going to say I'm an expert, but I knew quite a bit and I could get a lot done. I worked in the industry for quite a while, and once I realized that doing it as a day job was not what I wanted to do, as a maintenance guy, then I went elsewhere. But I still knew concepts. I could still do things if I needed to. I was working on family vehicles all the time, but I wasn't building performance cars, right? There's classes at UTI, there's Hot Rod and Super Street and all that, where I came out and I could do this stuff. Well, since hitting my head, at 40 miles an hour on a vehicle, I lost all that. So I'm trying to do this to help me get back into it. I'm sure it'll do something at least. So anyways, enough of my sob story. We're going to, I think, man, and my table is all covered with tools and stuff. I think I'm just going to move that stuff off, put the pan on that, and then get to preparing that. But first, I think I forgot my beverage inside. Liquid Death has a new tea. It's called Slaughterberry. And if you're into very subtle teas, it's really good. I like it. Good stuff. I think I'm going to change this over to time-lapse mode. I'm going to clean off this table so I can work on the oil pan on it. Alright, that's enough space for this. Got the pan on there, so I'm gonna got some Scotch-Brites around. Gonna clean that up, save it off, paint it, get all this off, clean it all out, go from there. An engine enamel before, so I'm gonna let that sit for a bit, let it kind of flash off, and it might take a little bit. Oh, this is with ceramic too, so we'll let that go, and then I'll do another coat or two just to make sure. And yeah, so while that's going, I'm gonna wait for it to flash a little bit. I gotta clean out in, so you can't really see it because it's dark on this side, but there's some metal shavings in there. I gotta get those out, but I could probably start scraping this old gasket off, so I'm going to go ahead and work on that off camera so you don't have to see it. There's a better shot of the line if it didn't really come in earlier. And then after I do that, I will actually, you know what, I'm going to run downstairs first, grab that piece for the head drain, bring that down, and then I'll get back to this. See you in a bit. Okay, so pan's all cleaned up, got it all scraped off. Well, most of it, yeah, about 99% of it. So before I add more, gasket maker on there and then put it back on, I need to see what has possibly been making contact in here. Like I said, I'm assuming it's probably just bumping the valves, which probably isn't the greatest thing. Let's be honest here. I need to figure that out. Let's see. Yeah, right there, I hit a hard stop. And those are up. So those could be touching. Which means I probably need to get the timing belt on before I continue. So I'm going to try that. I will go ahead and put the pan back on. I got to clean that up still. Put the pan back on. Go in and check my email, see if that guy got back to me, and see how to put this on the timing belt. Alright, so the pan's on. I had a fight, but I got it rotated over. You can see I blacked up the engine mounts again. So I think I'm going to try to figure out this whole scenario and figure out how the hell to time these with all of my new parts. So I'm going to start cracking those open and I'll be back in a bit. Alright, so that big box wasn't for me, it was just a little guy, but what I did get is the timing idler pulley stud, valve cover bolts, these things that are supposed to go in here, I believe. I feel kind of small, but whatever. Cam gear bolt kit, coil pack cover bolts, I thought I was getting these, but I was not. What I got was this. So that's fine. I can reuse those, put that back on there. That just goes on here, but I need this off to have access to this bolt so I can turn things. Still haven't gotten any further on the timing, but I think we could get somewhere. Maybe we can get that idler on, get the water pump pulley on, get the crank gear on. What I did do is I got these guys on. I had to modify the rocker covers a bit for the studs to go through. I got my new Nismo magnetic oil drain plug in, and I got the Hi-Octane Racing. This is their head drain, and it is a no drill, no tap head drain, which is why I wanted it. You just pop this freeze plug out, then it screws into a hole that is already there and tapped and threaded, and then of course your drain go on there. Then I have it coming around the intake side to go there. I thought that would make sense because it's cooler, as in like temperature wise it's cooler. So this is a mess again, but yeah, I think I'm gonna get that gear on here and then try to get things lined up to be timed as much as possible. Get the water pump pulley on and that tensioner. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. All right, well, as you can see, I got quite a bit done. You already know I got these guys on, but I got the intake and exhaust cam gears on, as well as the back cover, the idler pulley and the tensioner pulley, the new, these guys, and the crank gear on, and I got it all timed for stock timing. Now, like I said, there's something I gotta figure out about modded timing because of the way this engine's built. So I'm gonna leave it at, you know, all zero, all clocked up for now. There's this weird ticking I'm hearing somewhere while turning it over. I have no idea what it is at the moment, which is a little concerning. But otherwise it spins over fine. There's no binding or anything. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and call it there. I'm tired. I'm gonna go wash up and go run some more errands. So this is the progress for this one.